Shalom, and welcome back to day 28 of reading the Bible in 52 weeks. Woo! Lord, be present with me today as I encounter the written word. Open my ears to hear the message you have prepared for me. Amen. Let's go. And today we'll be reading Leviticus 5 through 7. When someone sins in any of these ways, if he has seen, heard, or known about something he has witnessed, and did not respond to a public call to testify, he will bear his iniquity. Or if someone touches anything unclean, a caress of an unclean wild animal, or unclean livestock, or an unclean swarming creature, without being aware of it, he is unclean and incurs guilt. Or if he touches human uncleanness, any uncleanness by which one can become defiled, without being aware of it, but later recognize it, he incurs guilt. Or if someone swears rashly to do what is good or evil, concerning anything a person may speak rationally in an oath, without being aware of it, but later recognize it, he incurs guilt in such an instance. If someone incurs guilt in one of these cases, he is to confess he has committed that sin. He must bring his penalty for guilt for the sin he has committed to the Lord, a female lamb or goat from the flock as a sin offering. In this way, the priest will make anointment on his behalf for his sin. But if he cannot afford an animal from the flock, then he may bring to the Lord 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons as penalty for guilt for his sin, one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering. He is to bring them to a priest, who will first present the one for the sin offering. He is to twist its head at the back of the neck without severing it. Then he will sprinkle some of the blood of the sin offering on the side of the altar, while the rest of the blood is to be drained out of the base of the altar. It is a sin offering. He will prepare the second bird as a burnt offering according to the regulation. In this way, the priest will make anointment on his behalf for the sin he has committed, and he will be forgiven. But if he cannot afford 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, he may bring 2 quarts of fine flour as an offering for his sin. He must not put olive oil or frankincense on it, for it is a sin offering. He is to bring it to the priest. He will take a handful from it as a memorial portion and burn it on the altar along with the food offerings to the Lord. It is a sin offering. In this way, the priest will make anointment on his behalf concerning the sin he has committed in any of these cases. He will be forgiven. The rest will belong to a priest, like the grain offering. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, if someone offends by sinning unintentionally in regard to any of the Lord's holy things, he must bring his penalty for the guilt of the Lord, an unblemished ram from the flock, based on your assessment of its value in silver shekels according to the sanctuary shekel, as a guilt offering. He is to make restitution for his sin regarding any holy thing, adding 1/5 of its value to it, and give it to the priest. Then the priest will make anointment on his behalf with the ram of guilt offering. He will be forgiven. If someone sins and without knowing it violates any of the Lord's commands concerning anything prohibited, he is guilty, and he will bear his iniquity. He must bring an unblemished ram from the flock according to your assessment of its value as guilt offering to the priest. Then the priest will make anointment on his behalf for the error he has committed intentionally, and he will be forgiven. It is a guilt offering. He is indeed guilty before the Lord. The Lord spoke to Moses, when someone sins and offends the Lord by deceiving his neighbor in regard to a deposit, a security, or a robbery, or defrauds his neighbor, or finds something lost and lies about it, or swears falsely about any of the sinful things a person may do, once he has sinned and acknowledged his guilt, he must return what he stole or defrauded, or the deposit entrusted in him, or the lost item be found, or anything else which he swore falsely. He will make full restitution for it and add 1/5 of its value to it. He is to pay it to its owner on the day he acknowledges his guilt. Then he is to bring his guilt offering to the Lord, an unblemished ram from the flock according to your assessment of its value as a guilt offering to the priest. In this way, the priest will make anointment on his behalf before the Lord, and he will be forgiven for anything he may have done to incur guilt. The Lord spoke to Moses, command Aaron and his sons. This is the law of the burnt offering. The burnt offering itself must remain on the altar's hearth all night until morning, while the fire of the altar is kept burning on it. The priest is to put his linen robe and linen undergarments. He is to remove the ashes of the burnt offering the fire has consumed at the altar and place them beside the altar. Then he will take off his garments, put on other clothes, and bring the ashes outside the camp to a ceremonially clean place. The fire on the altars be kept burning. It must not go out. Every morning the priest will burn wood on the fire. He is to arrange the burnt offering on the fire and burn the fat portions from the fellowship offerings on it. Fire must be kept burning on the altar continually. It must not go out. Now this is the law of the grain offering. Aaron's son will present it before the Lord in front of the altar. The priest is to remove a handful of fine flour and olive oil from the grain offering, with all the frankincense that is the offering, and burn its memorial portion on the altar as a pleasing aroma to the Lord. Aaron and his sons may eat the rest of it. It is to be eaten in front of the unleavened bread in the holy place. They are to eat it in the courtyard of the tent of meeting. It must not be baked with yeast. I have assigned it with their portion for my food offerings. It is especially holy, like the sin offering and the guilt offering. Any male among Aaron's descendants may eat it. It is a permanent portion throughout your generations from the food offerings to the Lord. Anything that touches the offerings will become holy. The Lord spoke to Moses, "This is the offering that Aaron and his sons are to present to the Lord on the day that he is anointed. 2 quarts of fine flour as a regular grain offering, half of it in the morning and half in the evening. It is to be prepared with oil on a griddle. You are to bring it well kneaded. You are to present it as a grain offering or baked pieces, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. The priest, who is one of Aaron's sons, will be anointed to take his place, is to prepare it. He must be completely burnt of a permanent portion to the Lord. Every grain offering for the priest will be a whole burnt offering. It is not to be eaten." The Lord spoke to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons, this is the law of the sin offering. The sin offering is most holy and must be slaughtered before the Lord at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered. The priest who offers it as a sin offering will eat it. It is to be eaten in a holy place, in the courtyard of the tent or meeting. Anything that touches its flesh will become holy, and if any of its blood splatters on a garment, then you must wash the garment in a holy place. A clay pot in which the sin offering is boiled is to be broken. If it is boiled in a bronze vessel, it is to be scoured and rinsed with water. Any male among the priests may eat it. It is especially holy, but no sin offering may be eaten if its blood has been brought into the tent of meeting to make anointment in the holy place. It must be burnt. Now, this is the law of guilt offering. It is especially holy. The guilt offering is to be slaughtered at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered, and the priest is to splatter its blood on all sides of the altar. The offerer is to present all the fat from it, the fat tail, the fat surrounding its entrails, and the 2 kidneys with the fat on them at the loins. He will also remove the fatty lobe of the liver with the kidneys. The priest will burn them on the altar as a food offering to the Lord. It is a guilt offering. Any male among the priests may eat it. It is to be eaten in a holy place. It is especially holy. The guilt offering is like the sin offering. The law is the same for both. It belongs to the priest who makes anointment with it. As for the priest who presents someone's burnt offering, the height of the burnt offering he has presented belongs to him. It is the priest. Any grain offering that is baked in an oven or prepared in a pan or on a griddle belongs to the priest who presents it. It is his. But any grain offering, whether dry or mixed with oil, belongs equally to all Aaron's sons. Now this is the law of the fellowship sacrifice that someone may present to the Lord. If he presents it for Thanksgiving, in addition to Thanksgiving sacrifice, he is to present unleavened cake mixed with olive oil, unleavened wafers coated with oil, and well-kneaded cakes of fine flour mixed with the oil. He is to present as his offering cakes as leavened bread with his Thanksgiving sacrifice of fellowship. From the cakes he is to present 1 portion of each offering as contribution to the Lord. He will belong to the priest who splatters the blood of the fellowship offering. It is his. The meat of his Thanksgiving sacrifice of fellowship must be eaten on the day he offers it. He may not leave any of it until morning. If the sacrifice he offers is a vow or a free will offering, it is to be eaten on the day he presents his sacrifice. And what is left over may be eaten the next day, but what remains of the sacrificial meat by the 3rd must be burnt. If any of the meat of his fellowship sacrifice is eaten on the 3rd day, it will not be accepted. It will not be credited to the one who presents it. It is repulsive. The person who eats any of it will bear his iniquity. Meat that touches anything unclean must not be eaten. It is to be burned. Everyone who is clean may eat any other meat, but the one who eats meat from the Lord's fellowship sacrifice while he is unclean, that person must be cut off from his people. If someone touches anything unclean, whether human uncleanness, an unclean animal, or an unclean aberrant creature, and eats meat from the Lord's fellowship sacrifice, that person is to be cut off from its people. The Lord spoke to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, you are not to eat any fat of an ox, a sheep, or a goat. The fat of an animal that dies naturally or is mauled by a wild beast may be used for any other purpose, but you must not eat it. If anyone eats animal fat from a food offering presented to the Lord, the person who eats it is to be cut off from its people. Wherever you live, you must not eat the blood of any bird or animal. Whoever eats any blood is to be cut off from its people." The Lord spoke to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, the one who presents a fellowship sacrifice to the Lord is to bring an offering to the Lord from his sacrifice. His own hands will bring the food offerings to the Lord. He will bring the fat together with the breast. The breast is to be presented as a presentation offering before the Lord. The priest is to burn the fat on the altar, but the breast belongs to Aaron and his sons. You are to give the right thigh to the priest as a contribution from the fellowship sacrifice. The sons of Aaron who presents the blood of the fellowship offering and the fat will have the right thigh as a portion. I have taken from the Israelites the breast of the presentation offering and the thigh of the contribution, their fellowship sacrifices, and have assigned them to the priest Aaron and to his sons as a permanent portion from the Israelites. This is the portion from the food offerings to the Lord for Aaron and his sons, since the day they presented to serve the Lord as priests. The Lord commanded this be given to them by the Israelites on the day he anointed them. It is a permanent portion throughout their generations. This is the law of the burnt offering, the grain offering, and the sin offering, the guilt offering, the ordination offering, and the fellowship sacrifice, which the Lord commanded Moses on Mount Sinai, on the day he commanded the Israelites to present their offerings to the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai." Okay, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow for day 29. May y'all have a blessed day.